everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Music Mondays. I believe this is episode 57. And
Y-
and
yeah? I don't even know.
this is our first repeat artist.
Woo! Because she deserves it.
So this is Willow Smith. The only new information we have from you, if you really want to know about her life, go listen to the first episode we did about her, because we did more life information. But right now, she's currently 18 years old. And the only thing new about her is that in June of 2019, she came out as bisexual, stating, "I love men and women equally." And she also mentioned her support of polyamorous relationships and her desire to be in one. So that's
Good for
that.
her.
And I think she did that on the show that she has with her mom and grandma, Red Table Talk. I'm pretty sure that Red Table Talk is like Emmy nominated.
Yeah, I need to watch that. I've never watched it, but I've heard a lot of good things.
It's really cool because, like, you don't expect people at that level of fame to be that vulnerable with just the general public, but they are. They're incredibly vulnerable and
cool.
very open about, like, Willow said on there, like, it's, like, painful to be a child with parents that famous, and, like, it's like you're almost like, oh, boo-hoo, you're rich and famous, but like it made her childhood very difficult.
Well, yeah, I could imagine. Like, you can't, when you're at that level of fame, or like your parents, you don't have privacy. You don't.
Right. I mean, her first single, "Whip My Hair," came out when she was 9 years old, and she was, from that point, for the last 10 years, she has been in the spotlight. Like,
right. Well, and it's like, when you have parents like that, it's almost like you are also expected to follow in those footsteps. You know, it's like, I mean, I'm sure she loves what she does. You know, she makes very unique music and all that kind of stuff. But I can imagine it would be difficult, like the pressure you feel to also kind of live up to that same standard and level of fame and success, which can be, that's a lot for a person, especially someone who is a child.
Yeah, and I mean, both of her mom and her dad are both musicians as well as actors. And then Will's son from his previous marriage, he's a DJ. So, like, and he's 4 or 5 years older than Jaden, and Jaden's 3 years older than Willow. So, like, she has a lot of people to look up to for, like, music influence, and there's a lot of people in the spotlight in her family, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine that would be a lot. I mean, I can barely go through a drive-thru, you know? It's like, I can't imagine having to
I keep going to the same Starbucks to work, and I'm like, here in a couple weeks, they're going to know my face, and they're going to know my order, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But that's as famous as I'll get, is the Starbucks on Capitol will then know who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that 5 people that work at the Starbucks will be nowhere near the 3.4 million monthly listeners that Willow has on Spotify, or the roughly 465,000 people that follow her on Spotify. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. So I guess we can get right into the album. So this is, I just got so loud and so close to the mic. I saw the like waveform. Anyway, this is only her third album. But I say only, but I also say it is her third album by the time she's 18, and you have 3 albums. Like, Jesus Lord. So I'm reading your research. I'm sorry about that. I'm just taking over here. Co-produced by her and Tyler Cole, who was her current boyfriend. Both Willow and Cole consider genre an insult. They want their music to transcend, in italics, the limits of classification to a higher level of consciousness. Which, man, oh man, do I get that on this album. More than her other 2. Way more than her other 2.
So, I did get on Pitchfork. I know we haven't talked about Pitchfork in a century, but I got on there because I wanted to see what they said. They only gave her a 6.2, and I guess I get that, but they wrote that they wrote, in quotes, "The latest album from the child star turned star child can be pretty in a tuned out sort of way, but her psychedelic soul music is no closer to showing us who she really is." And I wrote, I feel like this is consistently the type of music that she makes, so that makes it who she is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're saying, like, we still don't know who she is through her. Like, are you kidding? Like, do you know anything that she puts out?
I absolutely get that,
Like,
yeah.
look at her
It's
Instagram.
like, have you not listened?
Look at anything that she does. This is who she is.
Like, all of her past music, besides, like, Whip My
Right.
Hair, fits into this category. Like, yes, it all sounds very different, but it all fits. It's not a genre. I get it. It's not, like, it is a category more than a genre of music. But no, this is what it sounds like. It's just been, like, a steady progression. Like, the first one was kind of like this, second one a little more, and now we have this. So it's like I can see it only getting more weird from here, but I'm into it. I think it's a good weird.
Yeah, I do too. I almost think that this album relates more to Arthopedicus than it does, what was her last album called? It Is, or It, something. It was a really short title, but I think this album relates more to her first album than it does her second.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
Arthopedicus has a lot of, like, ooh, ooh, kind of stuff like she does on
a little
this.
more. It like sounds like outer space. I feel like especially more this album than the other two. I feel like I'm hallucinating. Yeah. Like when I listen to it, like I got this morning and listened to it again at very early in the morning, and I was just like. Like I wasn't even a full cup of coffee in, and I was like, "Wow, I feel a lot of things."
When we
am I awake? Am I not?
So the last time we recorded, I just kind of like suggested that we do this because I saw that it was new that day, and I was like, "Yeah, let's just do it." And then we hung up, and I listened to it, and I almost like regretted my decision to say like, "Let's review this," because I was like, the first listen through, I was like, "Oh, I don't like this." Like, I was like, this is not for me. I do not like this. This is not what I want to listen to or talk about. So I didn't listen to this album a lot because it's definitely not the music that I listened to.
I didn't either.
But after listening to it again this morning and, like, listening to the lyrics a little bit more, I was like, oh, I do, like, enjoy this.
Yeah, I had, like, my first listen through to, like, I mean, I like weird music, and there's some music that I don't really talk about publicly that I've listened to and do listen to because it is a little more out there. But this, I thought it was really good. I did really like it, but I do kind of agree. Like, I didn't say, oh no, I don't like this at all. But the first listen through, I was just a little more kind of like
what did I just listen to?
I wasn't turned off to it, but I was just like, what is this? I need to sit. I was doing something while I was listening to it. Can't do that. You cannot put this on in the background. This is not a background listen. This is you have to sit down and you have to be ready.
No, it's almost intrusive to listen to while you're doing something else. Like,
it is. This is an experience. This is an album that you experience. This is not an album that you just listen to.
Like, I even had it on when I was trying to write in our document this morning, and the overthinking it has, like, a really chaotic instrumental part, like, a minute and a half in.
Yeah.
And I was, like, trying to write this, like, Pitchfork quote and what I felt about it, and I was like, I have to pause this music. Like, I can't. It was too much for my brain to handle at that point. And
yeah. I think that's the point, though, which I'm like, you know what? That's cool. And the fact that, like, that was her point and she managed to do it, you know, like, she managed to pull that off. It's like,
imagine if you were tripping balls, this album would be dope. But
oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, but, like, the album cover, too. I think the album cover is really cool, but that's how I feel when I listen to it.
Yeah.
I feel like the album cover looks.
Yeah. One thing I really, really love about this album is that the transitions are, like, perfect. Like, you almost don't know when the song changes.
Yeah, and that adds to that. Like, I mean, like, we've talked about albums that have good transitions, but this one, the transitions add to the what the fuck am I feeling right now?
And, like, did the song change? I have no fucking idea. Yeah.
Yeah. it's I'm into this album. I don't know if I'd sit and just listen to it just for fun and whatever. Like, I'm not gonna like go to the pool and chill and like listen to it, but like I'm into it.
I did write.
You wrote transcend, and that is accurate. You transcend when you hear it. You go to a different place.
I did write that it might be a little bit too psychedelic for me, but it is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Like if you just like listen to, I love that she like harmonizes with herself. Like there's so many overlays of her own voice, and that shit's so beautiful. Just because she has a really unique tone to her voice. It's like high pitched, but not in an annoying way. Yeah,
it's very. So I'm going to describe this in a way that may sound not nice, but I'm not, it's not. This is just from what I have learned over the course of, singing. We always talked about having marbles in your mouth, which is something that you didn't want to have. But she kind of sounds like that in a really good way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like really back, like it's really back here is like kind of what like if you would put a bag of marbles in your mouth is how we would like describe it. And when you're in a choir, you don't want that, but solo, that's fine. She has it in a really good way, and I think it's cool, but also in a way that sounds really forward. I don't know. I'm trying to describe this in a way that makes sense to other people. So then, like, that's just not working. But
what's your favorite?
My favorite is Samo Is Now. I don't know. I kind of had a hard time picking a favorite. Let me pull up the track list. I need to pull it up again because I don't really remember any of the titles. Hold on. Pause. I should have had this already done, but who am I? I'm never prepared, So, like, we have to, of course, take a moment for me to figure it out. I've also just been binging Small Town Murder this entire week because I, am caught up on all my other podcasts.
Yeah, I listened to quite a few podcasts this week, too.
Yeah. Samo Is Now, the Then interlude, beautiful. I think the only one that I didn't really like Pretty Girls.
Which is so funny. That song already has over 1 million plays. Like, that's the most popular song off of this album so far. I mean, granted, it's only been out a week, but
I feel like that's the most normal one.
It is the most normal one.
So maybe that's why?
Maybe. Well, and so Willow's become very popular again because her song Wait a Minute from Arthropithecus is a TikTok song currently.
Wait a minute. Oh my god.
So a lot of young teens and preteens are getting super into Willow right now. So,
well, good for them. Maybe it'll set them straight. God.
But it was really funny. Out of the blue the other day, Jake texted me and said, "Wait a Minute is a Willow song?" And I just responded, "Duh."
Yup, sure is. Also, her first album is called her second album is called The First.
I knew it was like 2 words.
The First. Yeah.
My favorite track.
Yeah.
For like the reasons of it being quite good, and then also because the title makes me laugh, is Female Energy Part 2. She does not have a song named Female Energy. There is no Part 1. And I think that's hysterical.
Yep. I agree. And I was trying to think, I was like, does she have, is there?
Like, I looked through her entire discography this morning. I was like, there is no Female Energy Part 1. And I thought it was so funny.
Yeah. Also, the Jaden feature on You Know, that's that good.
I really enjoy Jaden's music. I really liked his, was it Sire or Fire? So I think it's Sire was his last album that he put out.
I actually haven't listened to him, but I was into that feature. I thought that was really good. It's also cool that it's her brother and like.
Yeah, I quite like Jaden. I like his music a lot.
Mm-hmm. Also, isn't he makes has a water company that's like sustainable and
he
cool.
Put these water cleaning things in Flint where you can get you can get like 5 gallons of water in 60 seconds, clean water. And they're like little stations. He put one in like a central location in Flint, and then he was on Ellen and made another one and like put the Ellen logo and like put it in Ellen's name in Flint and another place.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. I also liked Time Machine and Overthinking It. I also liked those songs.
Mm-hmm.
Time Machine was another one that was like kind of normal, and then Overthinking It sounds kind of normal until you get to like the middle, and that's the one that just like kind of broke my brain for a little bit.
It's like yeah,
but I do like it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely 10/10 recommend this album to like anybody.
Yeah.
Well, not anybody.
But I'd have to tell them to listen to it like at least twice.
Listen to it twice. Don't.
And sit with it.
I don't know. If you. Here I'm gonna get my judgmental ass out here, and I'm sorry, but if you like only listen to like top 40 shit all the time, you're not gonna like this. But if you can move, if you're one of those people that doesn't do that. Also, if you only listen to top 40, okay, I'm gonna get on my soapbox and my music snobbiness. Listen to something else. Like, expand your mind, okay? There's so much good music out there. Not saying there's anything wrong with the top 40, but there also is, okay? That's not the best music in the world. Very surface, very radio. Obviously, it's the top 40. You need to listen to other stuff. You can listen to that in addition, but if you're not listening to other stuff, man, you are bored and
the thing
sad.
that bothers me about radio is that the songs that are popular are the most surface level songs on the person's album. So like, take Katy Perry for example. Her song, she has that one slow song off of like her second album, and it's like one of the most beautiful songs that Katy Perry has ever put out, and it's like there's a lot of emotion to it and the lyrics are really great. Unless you have listened to that whole album, people have no idea that Katy Perry has a song that's actually worth something. And that's that she came to my mind because she has a song that's really popular out right now. That's also a TikTok song, but
well, it's like they are still playing songs that came out like that were popular like 3 years ago. It's like it doesn't change either. Every once in a while, you'll get like another one that pops in there. In addition to the rest that have been there for the last 3 years, it's like
you still will hear All of Me by John Legend on the radio. And like I
get in my car and I still hear what's the Ed Sheeran song?
Any of them, they all sound the same.
The wedding dance song, You Look Perfect. That one. I still hear that.
Here's
on the radio
my thing.
Every 3 seconds.
Here's my thing. I don't want to hear a fucking slow song in my car. I don't want to hear a fucking slow song in my car.
Not unless I turn it on because I'm going to sing it at the top of my lungs.
I just don't.
That's the only time.
I just don't listen to slow songs in my car. It's not a thing. I do not like it. I want to listen to fast songs because I gotta go fast.
Yep, I'm trying to get somewhere. Yeah. I listen to the radio only if I like go to the gym or like run to the store because it's literally like too short a drive to be worth plugging in my phone.
My phone does.
And I have it. It just starts.
Yeah, my phone has my car has like Bluetooth, so it'll just connect to my phone automatically, and I'll be in the middle of like a My Favorite Murder episode, and all of a sudden it'll come on and be like, and then they found her in a ditch. And I'm like, oh, great start to this. Yeah,
and it's always way too loud. Yeah, my phone, like I do have to plug it in, but sometimes I'll forget. Sometimes I forget that I had the volume all the way up on full blast like the night before, and I'll plug it in, and it'll be like, poosh, and then it'll blow my windows out, and then I'll have, it's just. Ew, there's a fly. He's outside. It's all right. Oh, you want to hear a story? This is irrelevant to anything we've been talking about. So yesterday morning, I wake up and Luke wakes me up at the butt crack of dawn on weekend mornings. He's shaking his head. No, he does not. Yes, he does. But He said relax. I don't know if they could hear that, but yesterday he got up before me and he like got a shower, and I get up and I walk out and he just grabs me by the shoulders and he goes, "I am so glad that you did not get in the shower this morning." And I was like, "Why?" He goes, "I got in there and there was a spider the size of the drain."
Ew.
The size of the drain. And he took a picture of it and showed it to me, and it was huge. It was the size of the drain, like leg span, everything. And he goes, "I don't normally get scared of spiders." He goes, "They don't really bother me." He goes, that one I did not like." And I'm like, you know how big a shower drain is. It's large. And I was just like, ugh. And then I was afraid to get in there the rest of the day because he didn't flush it. He threw it in the garbage can.
What?
But
why would you throw it in a garbage can?
Because he didn't want to just flush a tissue. He said he squished it though and its guts came out. So
well,
like,
it might have had
dead.
babies in there, and now you're gonna have a bunch of baby spiders come out of your trash.
That's what I'm saying. Well, the trash got taken out yesterday too, so it's gone. But like, okay, so I have, anybody who knows me knows that I have severe severe arachnophobia, and I'm not even over exaggerating when I say severe. Like, I will wake up in the middle of the night and I will rip the sheets off the bed, like yelling, sweating, thinking that there are spiders on me. And I have the constant fear in the back of my mind that they are on me at all times. It's constant. It probably contributes to my anxiety a little bit. But I have 3 worst case scenarios. I told Luke this yesterday. 3 worst case scenarios. In my bed, on me. On my ass while I'm on the toilet. Or in the shower. And those are the 3 times when you're most vulnerable. God, I can't talk. Vulnerable. And you're usually not fully clothed in any of those situations. 2 of them for sure not fully clothed. One of them, if you sleep in pants, good for you. I don't normally do that. But like,
good for you.
So it's just really terrifying. And knowing that there was one, and also like, if the spider has been killed in an area, I don't want to be in the area. I held my pee for 3 hours yesterday morning, working up the courage to go pee in the bathroom next to the garbage can. No. Like, it's bad. It's bad. And then I had to get in the shower. I made Luke check twice in the shower to make sure there were no friends.
That's funny.
It's just not good. And then, you know, like, you see a spider that big and you're like, how did you get in here? How did that happen? And like, just knowing that those spiders that big can get into your house. Oh, I literally just shivered just thinking about it. Okay, let's talk about something else before I have a freak out.
I found an ant in our apartment, and I stepped on it, and then I rubbed my toe in the carpet in our bedroom, and I said, "Oh, and then I killed an ant, and also I smushed it into the carpet." And he was like, "Why?"
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, I didn't know what else to do with it." Yeah. He was like, "But why?" And I was like, "'Cause he was carrying a crumb, and so I had to kill him." Sorry, he had to go.
We get ants in here sometimes, but they're like the big ones.
Oh, we get
too.
Little teeny baby ants.
I would prefer the teeny bitty ones. Ants don't, I mean, I don't like them, but like, I can kill them and it doesn't like scare me shitless.
Their only goal in life is to carry crumbs around, so.
Right. They're not going to hurt you. Oh my god, I think it's because we get like a decent amount of bugs in here, and I think it's because our balcony door is like really janky, and I don't think it closes quite all the way. And so I think there's like a little crack where they can get in. I killed a baby centipede. That was on my goddamn wall. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, no. Like, but I mean, like, thank God it wasn't a biggin, like a full-size centipede, because I would have just left, probably.
Like, it's your apartment now. Pay rent.
Burn the whole complex down. I don't care. But, oh, man.
All right. Well, this has been an episode about Willow and also bugs.
Also
tell
bugs.
us about your large bugs on our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, even in the YouTube comments. You can find us at Music Monday Cast on all platforms. You can listen to us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, all of the above, and more. Next week, what are we doing?
We are doing Arizona's only album called Gallery. It's an older album. It's from 2017, but that's all right. It's good, and it's great, and I'm excited. This is like one of those, when I first started, well, I started listening to different music, but it was one of those bands where I was like, I'm really cool because I listened to them, and only me and Mary and Paul listened to them. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I was really cool. So, yeah, I'm excited. I already have my favorite song picked out. I'm ready to go, ready to talk about it.
I'm pretty sure I never listened to it, so I am not prepared.
I think you'll like it. It's definitely nowhere. It's kind of dancey pop, but like not in a basic way.
Well, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
Yeah.
I hope you have a very musical Monday, and
Me too.
yeah. See
Please
you
come
next
back.
time. You'll hear me next time.
Hear me next time.
Roar.
We
Meow.
we won't see you because we can't see you because nobody interacts with us.
Yeah. Fuck you guys.
It's really depressing.
Come on, guys.
Come on, what are you doing? Remember, you can interact with us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of the above. Use my cast, please. Okay, bye.